Hello, welcome to this video tutorial. We're going to overview the subscription feature included in Bluehost's Commerce Solution Plan. This feature allows you to create and sell subscription-based products and services, set the recurring payment schedule, and more. Let's get started.
With this feature, you can create all kinds of subscription-based products. For example, we have the subscription box where customers can select the products they want to receive on a regular basis. We also have virtual subscriptions, which are billed once a year, and more. Now let's see how you can configure the options so you can start selling products like this in your shop. So here we have different sections with options to configure the subscription feature. First, in Dashboard, we'll find a complete and detailed report of all the subscriptions and recurring payments. Some of the data you can find here are the total net sales, new subscriptions, renew subscriptions, and even monthly and annual recurring revenue. Let's click on this one. And we have the comparison here, month to date and previous year. You can change the date range here by choosing from the preset ones or creating a custom date range. And you can choose to see a line or a bar chart. And below the graphic, you'll find the list of all the subscriptions that produce sales, the most popular subscriptions, your top subscribers, and the latest subscribers you lost. Then, in subscriptions, you'll find two tabs, all subscriptions and subscription activities. In all subscriptions, you will see a full list of all the subscriptions, so all the subscription-based products your customers have ever subscribed to. You'll see the subscription ID and the product customer subscribed to. You'll see when the subscription started. You'll see the customer link to it, the recurring payment amount, the payment due date, when it ended, if it ended, when's the expiration date. We have two subscriptions with an expiration date, how many times the subscription has been renewed so far, what's the payment method, and we'll also see failed attempts if there were any, and the subscription status, which can be active, trial if the customer is going through the trial period. It can be paused, pending if the payment is still pending, suspended, overdue, or cancelled depending on some settings we'll see in a moment. So you will basically see all the subscriptions, whatever the status is. You'll also be able to search for subscriptions by their ID, to filter by date, payment method, and customers, to filter by status here. And you'll see bulk actions here to delete several subscriptions at once, and a button here to export subscriptions to a CSV file. Then, in subscription activities, you will see all recent activities related to all subscriptions. So this can be anything from activating a subscription to renewing or canceling it. Then in general settings, you can set the general behavior of this feature in your shop. You'll find options to decide if your customers can add to cart only one or unlimited subscription products, if they can renew their subscriptions manually by going to the subscriptions endpoint in My Account, or if you only want to have automatic recurring payments with the supported gateways. Here you can decide what happens when a recurring payment is not paid. For example, you could say that after 48 hours, the status of the subscription will be cancelled if the recurring payment is not paid, or you could make it suspended for 20 days before canceling the subscription, or you can make it overdue for 20 days. After 20 days, set it as suspended for 15 days before actually canceling the subscription, or you could just cancel it after those 20 days. So you have the freedom to set this up as you wish. Then here you can decide if your customers can pause and cancel subscriptions from My Account. You can decide they cannot do it. You can let them do it without any limits, or you can let them do it but set some limits on the number of times they can pause a subscription and for how long. And for canceling the subscription, you can set limits to define how long after customers subscribe they can cancel a subscription, and how long before the next renewal date they can cancel. These are global settings that we can override at a product level. And you'll even find options to use the installation in staging mode to avoid duplicated orders, and whether to delete personal information and pending and cancel subscriptions after a specific number of days, weeks, months, or years. This is the option to set the time frame for pending subscriptions, and this one is to set the time frame for canceled subscriptions. It's completely up to you. Then in customization, you can set custom labels and colors to adapt them to the style of your shop. For example, you can set a custom label for the Add to Cart button when it comes to subscription-based products. In this case, for example, it says subscribe instead of Add to Cart. You can choose to show the trial period text on product pages, set more labels for the cart and checkout pages, show the next fill-in date, which is a great option to make sure your customers don't forget when their next renewal date is. You can set colors for the different subscription statuses, And you'll also find some additional options for your customers' My Account page. For example, you can show the resubscribe button on My Account subscriptions. And if you do that, you can decide if they are going to keep the same price as the original subscription or not. You can also show a Renew Now button if the renewal order has at least one failed payment attempt so they can renew it, and more. Now, if we go back to the top, we'll find these 3 sections that are actually added by modules you will find here in modules. Let's click on it. We have the Renewal Synchronization module to synchronize all subscription renewals. To easily track your customers' payments, we have Delivery Schedules to synchronize the delivery of subscription products to easily manage shipping and deliveries. And we have Subscription Box to configure and sell subscription product boxes to send to your customers on a regular basis. So let's go see these 3 sections that were added with these modules. First, in Subscription Box, you can configure the options for the subscription boxes, which are basically a type of subscription where customers can choose the different items they want to get in one single subscription. So let me show you real quick what product we're talking about. We're talking about this subscription box product. Customers can click on Create Your Box. They see the logo, they see the steps, and they see the different products they can add to their boxes to get delivered on a regular basis. So let's go back. Here we can enter the logo we just saw. Here we can create the custom label for the Add to Cart button. We also saw that. You can also customize the colors. And here's an important option where you can decide if you're going to allow customers to edit the box content. This way, once they subscribe, they can go to My Account and edit the content and choose different products to get for the following renewals. Then in Delivery Schedules, we also have 2 tabs, All Delivery Schedules and Delivery Schedule Settings. In All Delivery Schedules, you can very quickly check all the next scheduled deliveries and manage them. You'll see the product name, the subscription ID, the customer that should be receiving this delivery, the delivery status, when it's supposed to be shipped on, when it was shipped, if it has already been shipped, and the delivery info. In this column, you can find 4 different statuses. You can find deliveries in process. These are the ones that have to be shipped today. All subscriptions are checked daily, and you will see them in process here on the day they're supposed to be shipped. So if you ship a magazine every week on Monday, then every Monday you will find that delivery in process here, so you can go ahead and get the delivery ready. Then waiting is the status of all future deliveries. Shipped is the status you can set when you have already shipped the delivery, and setting this status will send an automatic email to the customer to inform them about the shipping. And cancel is the status of all deliveries that have been canceled. So you will find all deliveries that have to be shipped today in process. Here you can filter by status. So for example, you could filter by in process, so you can only see deliveries that have to be shipped today and prepare them. Once you have done that, you can just change the status here manually to shipped, so the email is sent to the customer. You can also filter by subscription status, by product, by customer within a specific date, and you'll find bulk actions here to change the status of several deliveries at once. And something very important, by clicking here, you'll get a PDF file with the shipping labels of those deliveries that have the in process status. In Delivery Schedule Settings, you can schedule deliveries for those subscriptions that have a renewal payment that does not match the delivery date. Let's say you sell a monthly subscription to a printed magazine. So this magazine is shipped once a month, but it's billed once a year. In that case, the renewal order would be generated once a year, so they can pay for it, but you need to ship it once a month. In this case, what you can do is set a delivery schedule, either for all products, only non-virtual products, specific products, or specific categories. In this case, for example, it's set for specific products and the products are included here. So the magazine subscription is billed once a year, but it will be sent once a month. This is a global configuration. It will be applied to all the products you enter here, but you can override it at a product level. And you have some more options for delivery synchronization, like for example, choosing if you want to ship the product on a specific day. This is the first of each month because here we have months. But if I change it to weeks, I'll see weekdays here to choose what day to synchronize the deliveries on. And if I change it to years, I'll be able to choose a specific day and month to synchronize the delivery schedules. I'll keep months here. Now let's move on to renewal synchronization. Here you can synchronize all subscription renewals to easily track customers' payments. Any change in these synchronization settings will be applied to new subscriptions. So subscriptions that start after these settings are saved. They will not be applied to ongoing subscriptions. In this first option, you can decide how to manage the first subscription payment when customers sign up for those subscriptions that have a synchronized renewal date set. You can choose not to charge the first recurring amount at sign up, only the sign up fee if it's set. So the next payment date would be automatically set as the first renewal date. We can choose to charge a prorated amount, calculated automatically based on the days left until the next renewal. Here you can decide to postpone the first payment if the next payment is less than 5 days away, for example. And you can also just charge the full recurring amount on sign up. We can also synchronize recurring payments for all products, only virtual products, specific products, or specific categories. If we choose all products, we can even include specific categories or products. Now, an important thing to mention about recurring payments is that this subscription feature supports automatic recurring payments with specific payment gateways. So if you have one of those, great. Payments for these subscriptions will be processed automatically. Now, if you use other gateways that are compatible with WooCommerce, then your customers will have to pay for the renewals manually through my account. Okay, so now that we have seen how to fully configure this feature, let's create a simple subscription-based product to see an overview of how this type of product is created. Let's create a monthly candy box that is shipped and charged every month. Let's add the product name, the product short description. Let's add a product image. There we go. And here's where we set the options to create a subscription product. First off, we can make it a variable product and set subscription settings within the variation settings. We can make it a simple product and check the subscription box here, and we'll see this new section with subscription options. Or you can also choose to create a subscription box. These are different types of subscription-based products. In subscription boxes, you can decide which products or categories customers will be able to choose from to select the content of their subscription. In the case of simple or variable subscriptions, the product they're subscribing to is already set by you. For simple subscription products, you can set the regular price as usual, let's say $40, and in subscription options, you'll find these settings. You can set the frequency for the payments, let's say once a month. There we go. We can set an end time for the subscription here. Subscription will end after, let's say, 6 months. We can offer a trial period. You can set here how many days, weeks, months, or years of free trial they will get. I'm not going to do that. And you can request a sign-up fee. Let's request the $5 sign-up fee. You can apply subscription limits as to how many active subscriptions they can have of this product. We can limit it to 1 active subscription or 1 subscription of any status. In this case, if a customer got this subscription once and it was canceled or had any other status, they wouldn't be able to get it again. I'm not setting limits for this subscription. And here's where we can override the global pausing settings. Let's allow customers pause the subscription without any limits. And let's allow them to cancel the subscription, but let's do it with certain limits. Let's make sure they can cancel the subscription 90 days after it's created, so they have at least paid for 3 months of subscription. And let's make sure they cancel at least 7 days before the renewal date, so they cancel with enough time in advance. And that's it. I'm going to publish this subscription-based product, and let's go see that. There we go. It's a monthly subscription box that's $40 a month for 6 months. The sign-up fee is $5, and customers can click here to subscribe. And that's it. That's how easy it is to configure these options and start selling your own subscription-based products.
Okay, so you can configure and use this feature. See you soon in the next video tutorial.